Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Joel the Troll, and today I'm gonna talk about kind of like a serious topic. It's been like a couple of weeks since this happened, but I decided to just talk about it now. It's not too big of a deal for me, but I decided since you guys are my subscribers, I would talk about it a little bit. It's a little sunny. Let me get into the shade a little bit. Yeah, it's better. And so, I talk about a little bit how it almost died twice, and now looking back at it, now I'm sitting in this nice couch and everything. It probably sounds nice, but it was scary when it did happen. So there's two moments, and I just quickly talk about each for like a couple minutes each. And I want to tell you guys because if you watch my videos, you're honestly true, and I figured you guys should know too, because that's why I've been kind of sick lately and stuff. So just starting off, the first one actually was kind of just a straight up accident, right? I was playing basketball, and I was coming back on my bike actually. So there was it was supposed to be like a thunderstorm, but it said it was going to happen in about an hour, right? So I'm biking. It's about 15 minutes to bike home from the court. So I'm coming back on my bike. This is about 2.5 weeks ago, right? I'm coming back home on my bike, and all of a sudden, right? So I'm coming back home on my bike, and then I'm tired, right? So me and my brother, we switch. So he was riding the electric scooter. So we switch. I ride the electric scooter. He rides the bike. We switch, and then all of a sudden, it's, I'm about to start going, and it's not working. And then I'm trying to call him. And actually, what's so crazy? It started raining. Like, out of nowhere, it started raining. And I'm not even going to lie with you. It started raining, like, from this. Like, it went from nothing to pouring. And that's not even the worst part, because I can do it in the rain. I can go home. Bro, it was so windy. I'm not going to lie. It went from, it was a little windy throughout the day, but it went crazy windy. Like, I'm not even going to lie. It was crazy. And I was, maybe, 0.75 miles. Like, I was, 3/4 of a mile away from my house. So it was crazy. I really couldn't, I was kind of stranded, but luckily I had my phone. But the thing is, tried calling the thing, it wasn't even working. So it was I was just out there, for God knows, 5 minutes just trying to call. Eventually I was able to call my dad, but and then once I was able to call my dad, we were able to, he tried coming. Thing is, he didn't even know where to come, so he thought I would be at the courts, so he tried going to the courts, and, I wasn't even there. And keep in mind, this entire time, I'm, soaked, bro. It's going so hard. The rain is just coming, and it's pouring, so it's just, soaking wet, bro, and I'm just soaked. It's windy, and, bro, I tried to go under a tree. That did not work. It was, so tiny. So, yeah, that was a complete, failed. I tried to go under the tree, and, I just felt windy, and I couldn't breathe for a little bit. I thought I was going to pass out. I'm not going to lie, I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die. So my dad tries to call me back, he's super worried, yelling, going crazy. But, anyways, long story short, I'm able to tell him, with the house I am, and eventually he's able to come. But I was out there, keep in mind, 8-9 minutes, and it just, pouring, and it's wet, and it's windy, and I'm shit. When I go in the car, bro, I'm thank you, Jesus, bro, because I'm shivering. I'm exhausted, bro. I'm done. Bro, I was so, it feels oh my gosh, not thinking about it, but I just thinking about it where I was right then. I seriously thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna die. I thought that was, it. But luckily, I'm alive, and God saved me. That's all I can say. And the second one, so this one was actually a little more recent. I think it was about a week ago, right? So I'm, casually, this was a little less scary, but it was still very, very scary, but not as scary as the first one. Because the first one, man, you're out there by yourself. You got nobody with you too. Nobody is with you. I was by myself. I'm shivering. But second one, obviously, right? So I was eating dinner one day. We got some food from outside, and we're going through dinner, and I'm just eating it. I'm hungry, so as usual, there's a bowl, and it's rice and stuff, and so I'm eating it, right? It's from an outside place, and I start eating it, and then all of a sudden, right, my lips, they turn red. I don't even know, they turn super puffed, they become puffed, and I think it's just I don't like the food, right? But I just want to eat it because I'm hungry. I think it's just I don't like the food, so I end up eating it, right? And this bad taste, it just stays in my mouth, bro. It just stays in my mouth, and I don't even I can't even get rid of it. So I try to eat ice cream to maybe get rid of it. Try to eat some cheese, try to they're in my mouth, but it's not going away. And then all of a sudden, I just feel like throwing up. I'm like, why? I don't even know what happened. Like, why do I feel like throwing up? And then I realized, I have a peanut allergy. So I kind of put the dots together, and it's actually a very serious allergy. Like, I start throwing up, going crazy. So I put the dots together, think there might have been some oil, but when I checked, there was literally no peanuts. Like, I don't know what happened. So I kind of just go, and I'm just going like, what is going on, bro? Like, why is this happening? So come to the conclusion, there might have been some peanuts in the food. Get the throw up bag, bro. I throw up, and all of a sudden my nose is just so red. My eyes become so red. It's just flaring up in like a matter of 10 minutes, and I'm throwing up like it's bad. Very, very bad. And, it's just not a good situation to be in. And, I didn't really think I was going to die, but it's obviously a deadly thing. So I didn't really know what would happen. I kind of just prayed, honestly, because I didn't really know what to do in that situation. I was like, so, so what happens is I stay up for another 40 minutes, feel like throwing up. Nothing happens. I go to bed. It's like, 11 p.m. in the night. This whole thing is saying like, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours. So then I end up going to bed, and I wake up at like 12 a.m. and I feel so bad, bro. I'm like having a headache, but obviously I feel like throwing up. I go to the sink, I throw up. Some of it kind of, falls on the floor. It's kind of nasty scene. And really I was like, can this be deadly? But, like my parents were with me, so I said, like, they were with me, they were giving me medicine. They said if it gets really, really bad, they can take me. But, it did get bad, but I don't think it got to the really, really bad point. My eyes were red, my nose was red. I woke up the next day, and luckily the throwing up stopped, but my eyes were red for about a day, you could say. And my nose was stuffy for like 3 to 4 days. I was kind of sick, you could say. It was more allergies and being sick for like a week, honestly. So, this has been like a week, so it's kind of gotten better the past couple of days. So, I'm just super happy that I'm feeling good now. I have the energy, strength, and I just thought I'd, share with you guys, and if you could, please like and subscribe. I'm doing a crazy challenge if I do get to 100 subscribers. So, I'm just super happy for everybody. And if you watch this video, thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot, and it was a scary experience, but, by God's grace, I'm alive. So I'm just, so super happy and super grateful. But yeah, I'm thankful to God, man. I couldn't, like, I probably, like, those situations, like, you can die, allergy attack, allergy reaction, and being out in allergy attack, man, it's difficult, being out almost, like thinking in your head, you don't know what's going on. You're just going through the whole thing. It was scary, and it was difficult, and I honestly, just kind of wanted to share it, and I know it's been a couple, 2 to 3 weeks, but, I just kind of want to share it, tell my whole story with everybody. So, if you like this video, please subscribe and like, and, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.